Hello. Zero slope is what we're doing right now. The first graph we had went slightly up, had an incline. Second graph we had a major decline. Where is this graph going? You know, if you were on skis right now and you stood, and this is a perfectly level ground, are you gonna, struggle to go up? Are you gonna go down? Or are you, if you exert no effort, going nowhere? That's where you're going. Nowhere! Watch. We're going to use the same formula, y sub 2 subtract y sub 1 over x sub 2 subtract x sub 1. You're not going anywhere. Your slope is going to be something called the zero slope. With that said, I again label them. You know, the first coordinate I see is my x1, y1. My second coordinate I see is x2, y2. That's basically how it goes. I'm going to substitute it in. Notice I put parentheses around it. 0 over negative 2 is 0. That's your answer. Before I get to my last lesson, I'm going to tell you why 0 over a number is 0 and why that same number over 0 is not 0. Because it seems to be very confusing for students. And I'm not going to use my food shortage analogy because I don't know if that necessarily resonates as well. So what I'll do instead is this. I'm going to prove to you which one's which. 0 over 2 is 0. Because when you cross multiply them, 0 equals 2 times 0, which is 0. Story checks out. So 0 over a number is 0, unless that other number is 0. Then you got to use something called L'Hopital's rule, which is a calculus concept, and we're not getting to that. 2 over 0 is not 0, because when you cross multiply them, 2 is not equal to 0 times 0, which is 0. There is no number times 0 that will equal 2. It's going to be something, in this particular case, that's going to be undefined. If you choose to take math a little bit further, that depends on the particular type of graph that you're working with and whether you're approaching from a positive or a negative side. That's not introduced in algebra. Only limits is, but certainly not the difference of that particular type of graph. With that said, that's a little, what I said was a little bit to absorb, but this is not a little bit to absorb. This is perfectly fine. 0 over a number is 0. A number over 0 is undefined. So we're going to begin our fourth lesson on slope, and that's where the movie magic occurs. I'll explain that. Have a good day for now.